Hi and welcome back to our channel. My name is Marta from Cooking the World and I'm a food guide in Frankfurt. I am very pleased to announce that in this video I will be showing you 9 ways of eating steak here in Germany. The simplest and the most popular way of eating steaks here in Germany is for sure with a herb batter. To make my herb batter, I usually use 2 kinds of herbs. For this one I did use fresh thyme and also fresh garlic chives or Chinese chives or however you call it. I love this herb because it tastes like a chive that is a bit garlicky. So you don't really need to add a fresh garlic to it. So I mix 2 tablespoons of the chopped with 100 grams of butter and also a good amount of salt. If you like, you can also add some lemon and a little bit of sugar and then mix it with a fork. To bring it into shape, we're gonna use the cling film that we're gonna roll out and place the batter in the middle of it. Now I'm taking the bottom part of the cling film and start giving the batter this cylinder shape. As soon as I'm done with it, I roll it pretty tightly. And at this point, your batter is ready to go into the fridge. Then I slice it, and that's it. For me, it does look wonderful and it's gonna be perfect on the steak. We like eating our herb batter with some steaks, especially the Rumsteak or Entrecôte. For us, it's actually a perfect dish while camping. Therefore, we prepare our steaks on the grill. Serving it is pretty straightforward. You just put the herb batter on the steak and let it melt. You can also move the batter a little bit so the whole steak has those delicious flavors. I think we really did a pretty good job with this one. Another very popular way to eat steak is with onions on the top. On the screen right now you can see the Rumsteak that I have prepared for our open sandwich video, I think. So we did prepare our steak in the iron pan, as always, when we prepare it at home. So there's nothing spectacular about this method of preparation. For the onions, we melt a good amount of butter. So we added also the onions. Those are not chopped, just cut in the middle and then sliced. For seasoning, we add for sure some salt. And you can also add some sugar to caramelize them a bit. We are serving this one in a very simple way. So on the slice of Brot, so the mixture of the German wheat and rye bread, and of course the caramelized onions on the top. I think that this looks insanely good. Other popular way to eat steak is raw, so as a Rindertatar. In English you actually call it beef steak tartare or the steak tartare. For this dish we use the tenderloin. The tenderloin is then chopped into very fine pieces and served with an egg yolk, paprika powder, raw onions and capers. For seasoning you can of course add mustard and salt to it. Some also like serving it with fresh herbs and pepper. The ingredients are then mixed together with a fork, and it's a good idea to help yourself with a knife. After the ingredients are mixed very well, you can put it on a slice of bread and enjoy it. And now I'm going to show you my favorite way of eating steak. I have discovered actually this one recently when I prepared a video about the German mustard for you. And this one comes from Düsseldorf and is made with a Düsseldorfer Senf, which is the oldest mustard in Germany. I'm actually officially recommending that product, so if you want to buy it, I'm gonna put the link to it in the description box down below. To prepare the onion crust, you're gonna need some onions as well as paprika powder and the mustard I told you about. This one is very spicy, so I hope you like spicy. Then you mix it all together and wait until the onions are nice and tender. Then to thicken it a bit, I added some breadcrumbs. They also give the crust this crunch. The other pan I am preparing roux with some mustard. For this dish we also gonna use the tenderloin. So you fry those regularly, and then before putting them into the oven to rest, you put the crust, so the onion mixture that we have prepared at the beginning. You also want to keep the juices from the steak and add it to the sauce. So then we let the steaks rest a bit, and then with a grill function we made the crust. We served it simply with mashed potatoes on the side. And the second favorite is for sure the Zwiebelrostbraten. This variation of this dish comes from Allgäu and it's called Allgäuer Zwiebelrostbraten. It's the Rumsteak that is served with a cheese spätzle, freshly fried onions. The most delicious thing are not only the freshly fried onions, but also this incredible sauce that is made of beef juices, beef fond and wine. I really can't wait to go to Allgäu and eat it again this year. Another dish that I would like to share with you is the Rindergeschnetzeltes, which is also made from the beef tenderloin. And it's very similar to Züricher Geschnetzeltes, but in this one the veal instead of beef is used. So first you fry the beef tenderloin that is cut it into pieces, and then you make a mushroom sauce from mushrooms and onions. At the end you add cream, and at this point your sauce is ready. You can add the pieces of beef and the meat juices to the pan and then thicken the sauce if you like. The best way to serve Rindergeschnetzeltes is with Spätzle. Some restaurants in Germany also like serving steaks with cold sauces. Usually you've got some sauces to choose from. When I prepare them, I prepare usually 3, so a garlic one, a salsa, and the last one is my favorite cocktail sauce, which is in the traditional recipe. And I would like to show you very quickly how I make it. So I take ketchup, it's always Heinz ketchup, then also mayo, garlic, orange and lemon juice mixed together, a bit of Tabasco, salt, sugar, and at this point the sauce is ready. Thanks goodness I've got still some of it in our fridge. So the cold sauces are usually served with a Rumsteak or T-bone steak. We prepared Rumsteak with it because it's more accessible to us. And now we're gonna check very quickly if my husband did a good job with it. Oh yes, he surely did. Oh, and I almost forgot. Please don't forget the sauce here. And also, I wanted to tell you very quickly that we eat tenderloin as a meat fondue. For meat fondue, you need very hot oil and the meat is then fried in it. Then you need to stay patient because you fry one piece at a time. The meat is then served with a very similar sauces. For this one, I prepared garlic one, a mustard one, a traditional cocktail sauce, so the original recipe, and my favorite cocktail sauce. And the last way of serving steak here in Germany, which I'm going to show you, is the tenderloin that is served with a peppercorn sauce. To prepare this dish, we fry the tenderloin as usual in the iron cast pan. And as soon as the steak rests in the oven, we fry the onions, add the peppercorns that we fry with it for like a minute. When Matthias is making the sauce, he also likes to flambe it. So in this case, he's adding some cognac. That always looks so spectacular. Then there is the time to add the cream, season the sauce with some salt and sugar. And the last thing to do is to pour the sauce all over the steak. Thank you very much for watching, and now it wouldn't be me if I haven't asked you what is your favorite way to eat steak. If that's real beef or vegetarian variation of it, I don't care. I also wanted to say big thanks to all of those who left me some ideas and suggestions for the future videos. If you haven't, there is a link to the form in the description box down below. So in that way you can share your ideas with me. I will surely consider all of your suggestions, so thank you for taking your time and filling this out for me. And at this point, the only thing left to do is to wish you a lovely week, stay safe, healthy, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!